Hey guys, so I just learned the rest of the 57 OLLs a few days ago. So I decided to make a video about which OLLs I recommend you to use. That means in the next following videos I'm going to make different parts. I'm going through all the 57 OLL cases. So now for people who don't know what OLL is, it stands for orientation of the last layer. It is the third step in the Fridrich method, which is the more advanced method. So after you finish your first layers, there's always some kind of pattern on the top layer. And for each of these situations, there's one algorithm. And there are 57 of these situations. So for this pattern, I get this T and these bars, so I know what I have to do. And I perform the algorithm. And now you see that all the stickers of the top layer are now pointing to the top. So all what is left to do is to switch them. That is the PLL, but I'll do a video of that later maybe. Okay, now for notation. I assume that you already know these moves U prime, R prime and stuff, because yeah, but there might be some new moves which you haven't seen yet. So first there are the slices. That means middle layer turns. For example, this is an M, this is an M prime, M2, and stuff. Now this is an E, this is an E prime, and this one, this layer, this is an S, this is an S prime. But you actually never need E and S. You mostly need M. I've never seen any algorithm where you need E, but I don't know. Okay, so next are the double layer terms. Now, for example, this one. This is a lowercase r. You can also say RW, but I prefer to say lowercase r. So lowercase r prime, lowercase u prime, lowercase b2, and stuff like that. So you get the point. Now the next moves are cube rotations. So the first one is x, which is like this, then x prime, which is this, x2 and stuff. So yeah. Now next ones are y. Y is like this. So it turns with a u layer, y, and y prime would be like this. Now, next one is used very rarely. I haven't seen it often. It is a Z cube rotation, which is like this, and Z prime is of course like this. So yeah, these are just the moves you should know, because they sometimes are used, and if you're a beginner, you usually don't know them. Okay, so the first three cases I'm going to show you are where all the four corners are correctly oriented, but they do not have to be in the correct spot, of course. So this is the first case, where the two edges which are facing to the top are adjacent to each other. This one is actually really easy. So here's the algorithm I use for it. It is M, U, M prime, U2, M, U, M prime. It's very easy. Now, okay, here's another possibility, what you can do. You don't hold it like this, you hold it like that. You do a lowercase r prime, u prime, r, u, m, u prime, r prime, u, r. Which is not bad either. Okay, now the last one. It's a little strange, but maybe you find good finger tricks for it. So you hold it like that, and you do R prime, F, R, F, R prime, F prime, R, S prime. Which is, in my opinion, not that good, but I just don't get finger tricks for it, but maybe you do. Okay, so next case, you still have all the four corners oriented correctly, and two edges. But they're not adjacent, they're opposite of each other. So here comes my algorithm. which is not that good, but it's not bad. So you got R, U, R prime, U prime, M prime, U, R, U, R prime, U prime, M. Okay, so the next case is this one. You don't hold it like this, you hold it like that, where two bars are on the left and right. And you do R, U, R prime, U prime, M, U, R, U prime, lowercase r prime. And as you can see, they are pretty similar. Okay, so the last one. This one is the shortest, but I don't know if it's the best. Okay, so R prime, U prime, R, U, N prime, U prime, R prime, U, lowercase r. Okay. Okay, so the next case is where you still have all the four corners oriented, but no edge is correctly flipped. So first, my algorithm, which is not bad. N prime, U, R, U, R prime, U prime, 2M, U, R, U prime, lowercase r prime. Okay, next one. Lowercase r, U, R prime, U prime, M2, U, R, U prime, R prime, U prime, M, which is just the inverse of it. And usually it shouldn't be solved. Okay, so next one. This one is pretty complicated, but it is pretty short. So it's N prime, lowercase d, lowercase r2, U, M, U2, M prime, U, lowercase r2, and then an S prime, sorry. Okay.